For once, everything's going fine. So, hello everyone, welcome to the Eurocast. This is the New Year's edition. We thought
w-
we thought we'd do one before the
w-
end of the year. So,
Welcome to the last Eurocast of this year.
I mean, I
Yes,
thought,
I make this joke every year.
yeah, that is true actually. Um, but I thought we'd just quickly go through, what's been happening this year and how things are going, and also what we can expect in the new year from all the news and all the things like that. So, I mean, what I suggest is that we make a list. Well, we make a nice tier list of, the weirdest and the most fucked up things that happened this year. So, you know, um,
Okay, we everybody we know who won.
yeah,
I already know who won this tier list.
yeah, yeah. It's
He looks like a potato. He has a lot of funny memes. Trump finally getting arrested. No,
yeah.
no,
You mean?
that is not Shoigu.
I thought you were talking about Tina Turner. No, 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 no. Let's be honest, right? I mean, it has to be our good friend Prigozhin at number one, right, for this year.
Yeah.
It just has to be, right? I mean, a thunder run on Moscow and then getting sucked out of your plane at 20,000 feet. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, like being declared a traitor,
yeah.
then being banned to Africa, then coming back anyway, then being assassinated, then
Yeah.
being declared national hero.
I mean, this is something that we've talked about before, but that his assassination is still, they're still not sure if he's dead, right? The Ukrainian special services basically say, we can't guarantee he's not still alive, so yeah, he might still
Like,
be out there.
like
Yeah,
it would be so funny. It's, if he pulls like an episode 9, somehow Prigozhin returned.
yeah, 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 exactly. I mean, or that in 20 years we discover him on some island somewhere. Everyone's like, "Hey, aren't you the guy?" And then he'll give it up.
Oh no,
Uh,
it's like that graphic from Saddam Hussein, but we find him like
yeah, yeah,
we find him under a rock.
yeah. In some pit somewhere, in Africa.
Yeah.
uh, but I mean, I still remember as well when during that thunder run of his, there were a number of furries in Moscow who came out and said, we're going to riot over this,
Oh
and they
yeah.
were arrested and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah, I mean,
the
this is his year, man. This is his year. This is Prigozhin's year. It has to be, right?
Mhm.
Oh
I
gosh,
mean, wasn't it the year of the rat?
was it? Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, this is just it. I mean, when this all kicked off,
Oh
everyone
no,
was
it
kind
was.
of expecting him to make it to Moscow, but
Hmm.
this Thunder Run was epic. Um, it's a
Very
pity he didn't
important
make it.
news. 2023 was the year of the rabbit, and just like a rabbit, he fucked around a lot,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
found out.
Oh gosh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah. But other things that happened this year, of course, the Israel Hamas thing. I think second place, for the most fucked up shit, it should definitely go to them,
Mm.
right? Because I mean that shocked everyone, right? The October 7th massacre, in which Hamas basically just blew through the Israeli cordon and massacred all those people in the kibbutzes, and basically triggered their own well, suicide from that. Yeah,
Annihilation.
exactly. So
Annihilation
oh
it
man,
goes very nice over the tongue.
yeah, annihilation, exactly. I do remember, I mean, on the day it happened, it was my day off, as it were. So I got up in the
Mm.
morning, around 10 o'clock. I gave the kids food. We had a nice little time outside, going for a little walk, the shops, doing nice little shopping, coming back. you know. And then, I thought, oh, you know what? I'll just check Discord for a bit, and it was freaking mayhem, right? It was just, people just screaming and posting all these videos. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And it upset so many people, right?
Uh,
I mean, many people didn't sleep for days after this. And for me, that was the absolute low point of the year, seeing all this just kind of happen, on my day off, when I thought, life was just nice and peachy, and then something like this happens. So,
mm,
but what other things, guys? Let us also just let us know in the chat, right? What kind of things did you guys see? I mean, Trump's been mentioned, right? The return of Trump, and getting indicted. Sorry, it's that's also one of those moments, isn't it? Oh yeah,
uh,
and the U.S.
I
government shutdown.
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Like that's nothing new. Like also it's kind of an hot take, but I think Trump became boring after 2019.
Mm,
He doesn't have really that flair of Johnson that
mm,
he's coming up with something new and original. He's just
mm.
repeating the same running gags.
Yeah, and it's
It's like The
it's
Simpsons.
yeah. He's lost his vibe basically, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's the thing. But he's still the front runner in the Republican race at the moment, which is I mean, he's using the trial as a sort of to push his message, and I
I
think.
know another famous politician who did that.
Oh
He
really?
was yeah.
Yeah.
He also wrote a book.
Oh, that guy.
Used to be a painter.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean
Of
the
of
the
of of
the
of, of course I'm talking about Funny Mustache Man.
yeah, 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 yeah. But I mean, this year Trump basically came out as a fascist as well. With his statements of becoming a dictator. Repeating basically verbatim from Mein Kampf at some point. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like Paul says, is a modern day Nazi. And
Wait, Mein Kampf wasn't all that shit with Kanye West this year as well, or was that last year?
I think it was this year actually. Let me have a look. Right. Let me just Google up Kanye. Right.
It was it
Oh, I
was
hate his face so
it
much,
was
man.
this year?
I think
Yeah,
so.
like yeah, these I'm
No, October
like yeah,
2022.
Kanye is oh
Yeah.
yeah like yeah, these I'm with you on that one. I think we using the word fascist way too often.
Hmm. Yeah, the word demagogue is a good one, I think. Yeah. Um, but um, it doesn't have the same emotional baggage. But on the other side, you do have to name it when it is. And I think the danger of Trump sliding into fascism is real. Especially when he starts repeating from, quoting famous fascists to get his message across. And apparently he had Mein Kampf in his. Um, he was reading Mein Kampf at bedtime for a while. It was on his nightstand. So I don't I
From
don't
where
think I
you
don't
got
think at
that
some point.
information?
No, no, no. I think at some point you just have to say what it is.
Yeah, like but from where do you have the information that Mein Kampf is on his bedstand?
That was. Let me have a look. Right, I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna Google this. That was on the politics subreddit that I saw that. So I'll
My
find it for you.
sources, Reddit.
I saw
Yeah.
this on Reddit. Yeah.
I,
But
I,
I mean, his speeches about revenge and all those kind of things. I mean, we all saw the word cloud, what his message was. I think we have to watch out with this guy, right? And especially with what's going on in Ukraine right now, this is dangerous shit. So, yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, real Hitler stuff. I mean, seriously. But there you go. So Trump came back. What else? What other things this year? I think, of course, Yemen. Right. I mean, it's still going on. We might actually see some French into some French involvement tonight.
I mean,
Yeah.
I saw recently a very credible fanboy analysis of that whole situation.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh gosh, man. We live
Oh
in the
man,
most
that
interesting
video.
time.
Like, listening to a Nazi fanboy with a Dixie profile picture on YouTube rant about how radical Islamist jihadists will destroy the evil West.
Mm,
It's
yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, I think, I mean, taunting the US
Oh,
Navy is not a good thing to do either. You know what I mean? Oh gosh. But
well, right. Poland did the unthinkable.
yeah, true. Poland got rid of its far right government, which was very nice. Tusk is now in power, and they basically killed off their public TV station, didn't they? So yeah, that's still ongoing as well. Yeah, still need to get rid of Duda, exactly. Yeah, who's the president? But the elections for that are in 2 years, I believe. So yeah, oh, good stuff.
There's no problem that can't be fixed with excessive application of violence.
I don't know. I mean, Polish people and violence don't go well together. So there was also that politician, the Polish politician, who set off that, who tried to douse the menorah, which was in the Polish Parliament building, with
Oh yeah,
yeah,
fire extinguisher. Yeah.
exactly. So that's
My, my,
don't do violence in Poland, man. They'll get you. You know.
my favorite reaction to that was one dude on Twitter saying, "Yeah, no, guys, this wasn't anti-Semitic. Half of the Polish people do not know that fire was invented. He was
Yeah.
just scared."
Oh, er hatte Angst. uh, but of course, I mean, another big thing that happened this year is that Bulgaria and Romania have now gotten the go-ahead to join Schengen from the 24th of March, I think. They're going to be allowed to travel, or people are allowed to travel without using passports and stuff by air and sea in first instance, and then by end of next year they'll be completely in Schengen. So good news.
Did Austria abandon its opposition?
Yeah, Austria abandoned its opposition finally, which is surprising, and the Netherlands as well.
Ah,
Which is also surprising because we're still in the middle of deciding if we want a far right politician as our country's leader or not. So you know, so that's also remarkable that the Netherlands and Austria
so
basically
you
gave
oh
way to
yeah,
that.
right. The Dutch voted this year too.
Yes, that's the other thing, isn't it? We voted for Mr. Wilders,
This
and
this is gonna be so funny in years to come.
Geert, yes, Gert, right? And the thing is, right? I mean, and people have, who don't know about how the Netherlands works, are in a tiz, and they're all like, "Oh
It
no,"
doesn't.
you know. No, it works very well. It just doesn't work in any way like any other country ever, right? So what's going to happen is they're going to have coalition talks, which are probably going to result in a minority government for him. But whatever government he has will not have a majority in the upper house of the parliament, in the Senate. So basically, he will have to abandon most of his program, and basically turn it into Rutte number two, right? That's what he's going to be. That's what he's going to be. and that's that's going to be basically just a new face and the same policy. So that's the expectation at the moment, and which is the Dutch people voted for Geert because they wanted to basically change the way that Parliament does its business, which is kind of it's kind of a protest vote against the current government, and also an anti-left vote. Um,
Mhm.
so they went far right, and polls say basically that they're all
Uh,
happy with their choice. So that this is what we're going to
uh,
get basically.
when did the Dutch actually became so boring? Like you had more you had better ways to tell your prime minister that you don't like him.
I know. We should have just boiled him in a soup like we did we haven't done that for a while, but it's time,
Yeah,
to start eating our prime minister again. I think, yeah.
yeah.
So maybe Geert, maybe I mean, he's been fattened up over the years from eating on government dime, so he might be the one. Who knows? Oh yeah, and
Eat,
CTN
eat
mentions
my
here, by
ass
the
is
way.
getting a whole new meaning.
Yeah, nom nom nom. But CTN mentions another one here, which is a good one, which is Ukraine as candidate status. Yay! Yeah. So that's another thing that happened this year, which is very nice, which I'm very happy with. Of
Mm.
course, I mean, this is Ukraine getting candidate status doesn't mean automatically they'll be in next year. This is going to take a number of years to solve. I mean, there's a number of there's an amount of legislation which has to be incorporated into Ukrainian legislation, and after that, all the council has to vote on it. So um, we're about 4 steps from the end, before we actually see Ukraine as a full member of the EU. But I mean, considering how Ukraine's done over the past year and a half in cleaning up its corruption, in aligning with the EU legislation, most countries are convinced that Ukraine will be a member of the EU within the decade. So that's a good thing, So, oh yeah, another thing, crypto dude goes to jail. Yeah, Sam Bankman, what's his name? He was, yeah, Sam Freed, someone. I don't know. Drax knows about this stuff, man. I don't. Yeah, and Zisa's got to boot Orban out for that to happen. I don't know, man. Maybe we can bribe him somehow. We'll see. I think that's the that's the.
I said it once, I will say it again. There's no problem in this world that can't be solved with excessive application of violence.
Oh man. So, and another thing that happened this year is that the EU finally got its rapid reaction force. So they did an exercise in Spain and were considered basically ready. So we got a rapid reaction force now of 5,000 soldiers, I think. So
Wait.
yeah, nice.
The Serbs had are I don't know. They're up to something again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had elections, Serb elections, right? Serbs chomping for a fight. Yeah, basically. I mean, the elections were quote unquote stolen, as the opposition says. Um,
Um,
so yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, basically.
the only valid opinion on the server.
Ah, yeah. So they no, I'm just gonna open this and just put it on the YouTube as well, so that people can see. Right there we go. This was posted in the chat. K4 going to see some action, maybe. Because yeah, we had the whole Kosovo invasion as well, right? Where the Serbs, a paramilitary force from Serbia, invaded that cloister in Kosovo, and basically got yeeted out by 2 policemen and a dog or something like that, right? and that was also something that yeah, 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 yeah. That's one of those things that happened. Yeah. Oh gosh.
The most normal engagement in the Balkans.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that caused a big furore as well. Of course, I mean we also had the China versus the Philippines, which is also still something that's ongoing. Um, China taking over, I think, a reef in the South China Sea,
Mm.
which the Philippines claimed for its own, and them also basically trying to flood out the Philippine ships which were going there.
Yeah.
So ongoing harassment of Taiwan.
China did the wise choice on standing down against the Philippines.
Yeah.
They would have made looked Japanese
Mm.
kamikaze tactics look like clown college. Oh, well,
I don't know about that. I mean, the Philippines. I mean, the Philippines now is patrolling with the French and with the U.S. And the U.S. is putting up air defenses and stuff like that on the Northern Islands. So
mm,
they're preparing at least, for a confrontation with
mm.
China there, and that's quite dangerous,
I
biggest
mean,
area in the world.
like
So
this whole region of the world will have peaked when you see some like maybe 3 Filipinos sky high on cocaine cruising in a speedboat towards a Chinese cruiser with backpacks full of C4.
oh, you mean the
Like,
Yemen tactic? Didn't the Yemenis try that today?
no,
Yeah.
I do not know. The Yemenis, like the Houthis, are behaving a bit like the Tusken Raiders. Now that I
Yeah.
think about it, like, just
Oh gosh.
can we deploy Skywalker?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's have a look here. Oh, this is a nice one. Paul put this up. 12 major events that could shape Europe and the world in 2023. So, the European single market.
Am I
Uh,
on number 5?
no, 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 no. Oh, another thing that happened this year is the Digital Services Act got implemented, and Elon's very salty about
Oh,
that. So, he's
oh
being
yeah,
charged at the
because
moment.
1984.
Yeah, because 1984, Thierry Breton is literally the devil, right? For putting
Mm.
up legislation for keeping people to account. How dare he, right?
Mm.
Oh gosh. So
Everyone who doesn't agree with me is literally Hitler.
yeah,
A children's guide to political discourse.
yeah. Oh, and of course, Finland joined NATO this year. Very nice,
Oh yeah, right.
Sweden still
And
not there, but
they're getting close.
yeah. And Turkey had elections and elected for Erdogan, right?
Mm.
So very smart of the Turks, of course, because we all love Erdogan here. He's the
Mm.
goat, right? Yeah, changed their name to
Mm.
Turkey as well. Yeah.
Turkey number 1.
We had the
Turkey is
G20.
superpower 2030.
We had the G20 as well and the
Turkey, yeah.
COP28. So lots of meetings, and of course, I mean the Spanish elections as well, which was incredibly funny. In which nobody won, and in the end, he got the same result anyway. With some Catalonian interference there. So. So yeah, basically that's as far as I can get basically in what's happened this year.
Is it just me or did Catalonia get awfully quiet?
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, what the Spanish um, Prime Minister Sanchez promised them is that for them to endorse his coalition, he would try to get Catalonian accepted as an EU language, right? But all the other countries
Mm.
basically went, we don't want another language. It's made too much money, right? There's no point to it, go away. So, but they still endorsed his government. So in the end, the Catalonians got absolutely nothing out of this. Pardon. So yeah, basically that's what I can tell you about this year. What else? I mean, I think we've covered everything, haven't we? Um,
Mm.
just thinking.
Mm. I mean, that funny Swedish guy was really funny.
Which one?
The guy who randomly pops in and I don't know, that 15-year-old.
Oh, on the server. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We got quite a few new members this year as well on FG. And I must
Yeah.
say, I mean, one of the highlights of this year is that the EU News subreddit that Mia and Inos managed to get 18,000 subscribers this year, and for the European Union sub, we are actually almost at 40,000 members, which is also quite good. I mean, I don't know if we can make it to 40,000. Let me just have a look here, right? So. We have 39,600 at the end of the year, which is not bad, I'd hope we could get to 40K, but this is what we got. But the EU News subreddit now has 18,000 subs, so we're super happy with that. And I mean, what we try to do is we try to post as varied news as we can every day. Right, so there's the every day me and Inos and a number of other people, we basically look at the news and just see what we can and post interesting tidbits and stuff like that, and to keep that going for a year, that's quite impressive, to be honest. So I think getting
If instance, if Doge wants some stats on our Discord girlfriend, she's
oh
doing fine, but she goes to a different server.
yeah, we used Statbot this year as well.
Okay.
So I do.
Uh,
Wait. I do have, right. Oh wait, I'm gonna post this in the chat. Right, hold on. I can see in the server settings our server insights. There we go. Server insights. Right. Let's have a look. We are going to look for monthly, and we are going to look for from January. Wait, oh, they don't even go back that far. You can only go from September to. Wait, let me just try this. 01, 01. No, they don't allow it, unfortunately. But I can show you some other things here. Audience, for example. Okay. How about these stats? I'll put them in the chat. There we go. So all of you are from country other, right?
uh,
Oh gosh. We
I'm from Vatican City.
yeah. Oh, I didn't know you were Catholic. So
Mm.
I,
I am
I,
not.
I, always, I always thought you looked a little bit like Ratzinger, but that's just me.
No, you have to see. Once the Pope calls in an emergency meeting and declares that I may look suspicious or out of place,
Yeah.
I may get Swiss guarded.
Caesar's right though. This data just sucks, right? I mean, we should get Statbot back at some point. STS, our former mod, he'll be back at some point, but until then, we should get the Statbot back, I think. So maybe I should just let him join for the new year. The thing is that I think Statbot only registers for like a month backwards unless you like pay for it. So, and I don't want to pay for it. So, yeah, lots of long term, exactly. Lots of us old fogies here. So, but we got some new members. We got Paul, and we got Peter, and we got that Israeli guy. Is he still here? No, he left.
And Octo.
And Octo, exactly. We got some good people. I think
Yeah.
we've also got that website now. This year we got the website. Let me just copy the link to that. I think it's hilarious, right? Because here we go. Hey, Octo. Here we go. So this is our website. I'll open it for people on YouTube. Here we go. Right. So it says how chatty we're like a chill coffee shop, basically, which is I think is nice, you know. And of course, I mean, this year we became 7 years old as a server, which is also nice. Yeah. So, oh gosh. So a friendly, casual atmosphere you can discuss Europe in. Ah, isn't that nice? You know. Oh, I had to type all this shit out, so yeah. Except for that how chatty bit. That's automatic. So.
A friendly bunch who occasionally wants to kill each other, if the occasionally is too much.
True, true. You know, the number of discussions we've had. You know, and I must say, you know, I am happy with how things have gone this year. Moderation wise, we haven't had to ban anyone permanently for for wigging out for what's happening in the world. Even though
category
I thought, yeah.
category education.
I know, right? I had to choose something, right?
Education.
Oh,
Like
gosh.
you do know that education is supposed to make people smarter, not dumber.
Okay, I'll remove it. God damn it. Oh gosh. Oh. It's our core motivation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. The EU basically exists because we used to casual kill each other for one reason or another. Yeah, I mean, Europe has always been like that, and I think that the EU is the only thing that has managed to stop. Yeah, no, the EU and the Roman Empire are the only two instances in which we didn't kill each other all the time, right? So this is a good thing,
I'm,
right?
I hate to break your bubble, but there's a reason why France is Romanic and
Yeah.
not Germanic.
Oh gosh. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You post that picture of our Robert Schumann. Come on, man, that's good shit. Yeah. But so I mean, this year was a good year for FG. We had a lot of. I'd like to find out how many posts Eurobot has made this year. So I'm going to figure that
Too
out.
many.
Let's have a look at the database, right? We also implemented a blacklist this year for if you post a bad Twitter source, then we'll blacklist it. Let's have a look, right? So
That's why I can't post stuff anymore.
exactly. Let's have a look. So date and time. I'm just gonna quickly mock up an SQL query here. Let's see, 2022, 31, 12/31. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, oops. So Eurobot has posted 7,089 links this year so far. So not too bad, you know. Not too bad for a small chatty coffee shop, I think, right? I think so, you know. Z says Kekkonen and Schumann, most influential politicians in terms of European diplomacy. I think so, and of course Jacques Delors, who lost this year. You know, he's also very very influential European-wise. You know, he died at age 90, I think, and the inventor of Glock as well died this year. and Schäuble,
Yeah.
right? The German
Oh yeah,
minister.
yeah, yeah. Sure,
Yeah,
sure. Uh, he was head of the head of parliament,
and the
or
guy that
former.
basically wanted to yeet Greece out of the eurozone, which was it's unfortunately that didn't happen. So oh gosh. So we lost some good EU personalities this year as well. Um, let's see what else. What else? What else? I think that's about it, isn't it? I think that's what we did this year. Yeah. Lots of Donald Trump posting. Lots of good jokes. Oh gosh, what's this here? Ah, straight to jail. Straight to jail. Anyway, I think maybe we should start inviting people in, Jan. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, we should.
Yeah, okay. Raise your hand if you wanna chat, guys. Quick chat. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. Is the European Parliament gonna boot the Commission? Oh yeah, we're gonna hear about this. But first, we're gonna say hello. Hello.
Hi, I've just realized I don't know a fucking thing about this because I stopped keeping up with European Parliament affairs a little while ago.
Hello, Octo. Hello. How you
So I don't
doing?
have any
I
hot takes to
I
offer.
That's
I
perfectly
will
fine.
now I will now imbue the arcane knowledge of how to get through life, make shit up, and look somewhat
Yeah,
confident whilst doing
yeah,
so.
So
exactly.
what is the
Most people
question?
will do not. Most people will do not question what you said
Yeah, yeah,
when you sound
yeah.
somewhat
So the
confident.
question is,
Exactly.
so is the European Parliament going to boot the Commission?
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the question. I,
I'm
I,
going
I
to
don't
give
know the
that a
answer.
solid maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe is a good answer.
Uh,
The other
Ireland
thing.
still hasn't announced its exact date for European elections.
Oh, okay. Wait, isn't
Yeah,
that like they've got a 3-day window or something between the
yeah,
sixth
and
of
it's like
June?
my 18th birthday is during that 3-day window.
Oh, gosh.
So I have to hope they hold it on the
Yeah.
correct day.
Oh, you should just write to Varadkar, right? You should just send him a letter saying, listen, right?
Uh,
Just do it as early as you can because I want
yeah.
to vote,
This
right?
is like wishful thinking, but I'm thinking they might hold it on my birthday because that is like the one day
Yeah,
where like there aren't like exams for people leaving school, but
yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's wishful thinking.
yeah. But I mean, how does it go in Ireland? When you go to vote, right? Do you get like
Yeah.
a voter card, or do you show up at the voting booth just with your passport, or how does that
Well, you
go?
should like I think you get a polling card. I'm not sure. I've literally
Hmm.
never voted before.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that'd be interesting to know because
I'm registered though, because I can't vote yet, but basically
yeah.
as soon as I turn 18, I'm automatically registered to vote.
Yeah, 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 exactly. But is that in time then to get your voter's card for the election? Is what I'm
I
wondering.
don't know. I'll have to
Ooh.
inquire as soon as I know the date.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So that's gonna be exciting, exciting.
I'll have to figure out who exactly is running in my constituency as well,
Yeah.
because my constituency, like my county, just got moved into a different constituency.
Mm.
Because I think, okay, I might be wrong, but I think from 2014 to 2019, we were in Midlands
Yeah.
Northwest. And then we got moved into Ireland South, which is Mick Wallace's
Oh
constituency.
yes, Mick Wallace, the famous
You,
frizzled-haired weirdo in the European Parliament. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
Oh.
then we're being moved back into Midlands Northwest, I think. Don't quote me on this.
Yeah.
So now I
So
have to
I
figure out who's
will.
actually running there because I've just been had my eye on Ireland South rather than Midlands Northwest.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be something
I will
Don't
quote
worry,
you on this.
I'm not a right winger,
I
but I
hope.
don't have any like party loyalty here either. I'll just have to see
Yeah.
who's running.
Well, my advice is one, never join a party, right? That will limit you in and make you have to defend someone else's actions, which is you know you're part of that party. Why do you like this guy, or all that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Another reason not to kind of get involved with with a party is that you can uh, you can customize your vote, as it were, to your circumstances. Look, if you're a young student and you're worried about things like school costs or education, you don't want to vote for the guy that wants to liberalize all the universities and sell them off to the Chinese, right? Whereas if you're a working man, you might not want to pay as much taxes as you can. So you have to vote for what your personal interest is, I think. And like you say, I mean, then you have to know who you're voting for, right? Because have to know who's in your area and what they really mean for you. And that goes, I think, for everything. I mean, all the elections that you kind of go for. So I think it's a really good thing that you're doing. First doing some research before you vote. I don't know if you have that in Ireland, but here they have like these websites which will have a
I
number.
side with.
Sorry.
I side with is a website I've heard
Oh
about.
yeah.
Yeah, there's an
Yeah.
Irish version for that.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, if they start doing I mean, they'll probably have a test that will tailor that towards the European Parliament at some point.
I've
Yeah.
taken the Irish test before, but it
Oh.
was just like for the doll.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they have to tailor these to the election itself. So I'm hoping that the European Parliament election will gather enough steam for people to start doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do one of those things as well. I mean, in the Netherlands, you don't really vote for um, specific MPs.
You vote.
You vote for the party.
You vote based on hairstyle.
Yeah.
You vote for a specific candidate in Ireland,
Yeah.
but they happen to be in a party a lot of the time.
Yeah. Whereas in the Netherlands, it's the other way around. You vote for a party, and then you can choose a candidate from that party. But it depends on the party.
In Germany,
Yeah.
we do both.
Mm.
We have two votes, one for a party and one for AMP.
Mm. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I mean, this is really it. I mean, it's going to be in June. It's going to be a total, European kind of coming together, isn't it? Everyone's going to be voting for this.
The final result is a government that's twice as dysfunctional.
But isn't that always the result, though? Right? Oh gosh.
What
Yeah,
else? The Irish local government elections will be on the same day.
Okay, all right. So that's also
So
something.
either I get to vote twice or I don't get to vote at all.
Ah, gosh! Imagine having to wait another 4 years. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, it'd be just
oh,
enraging.
yeah. Exactly. Like I
Like I'd
can't.
be waiting and wasted. No, it's 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, it's 5.
Like
Yeah, every
I'd
5
be
years.
waiting
Yeah.
until 2029, and like I graduate from university in 2029.
Yeah.
It's a while to wait.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Can we all, Z says, can we all agree that preferential voting is the best way? Ranked voting? I don't
Oh, we have
know.
that in Ireland.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not convinced. Right? They tried it in Alaska, by the way, ranked voting, and interestingly enough, the Republicans pushed for it, but then they lost twice, and now they hate it. So, they're trying to get rid of it now. Sound just American things, right? Oh gosh. Yeah. I follow this stuff, I mean, I go to these websites. Like, there's this website that I go to, which is farc.com, which is like a kind of tongue-in-cheek way of kind of following the U.S. political and the stuff that goes on there on the daily basis, because it's more kind of like a news discussion forum than it is, it's kind of like I don't know, the Forum Gottefunken of the 90s, I should say,
Yeah.
So you get some that's how I get my U.S. news, because I don't want to follow it on Twitter, because Twitter sucks for that, right? I only follow like I only look at Twitter on my this like list I made, an OSINT list. That's all I look at, right? And then for U.S. news I look at FARC, and they got lovely Lovely headlines there. So that's how I
Do
know.
we have somebody else up? I'm kind of running out
Yeah,
of things to say.
yeah, sure. Let's invite Doge.
Do I stay on the stage or do I head
Yeah,
back into
stay,
the audience?
stay. No, it's good.
Sure, I'll
Yeah,
stay. Yeah.
you're welcome. Yeah,
Hello.
Guten
Ja,
Tag, Herr
guten
Doge.
Tag.
How are you?
I'm back.
Yes.
I'm just having the last sip of my beer here.
Ah, very good. So it's almost New Year in Moscow, right? That's
Oh, yes.
in 14 minutes, right?
I hope Ukraine sends some rockets
Yeah.
for
I was just about to
celebration.
say, what would we wish? What would we wish would happen at their
No, I
midnight,
don't
right?
wish anyone any bad things, but what I wish for Russia to find out is that they are on the wrong path and they need
Yeah,
to change course.
yeah. I think
Mm.
I think I think I wouldn't mind an
Oh
airstrike on the
no.
Kremlin. You know what I mean?
Oh. I was about to say there are some people in the border regions who are wondering if that explosion was fireworks or an
Yeah,
artillery shell.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh no, that
that's
What
that's
about in
morbid.
Kiev, man?
Oh god.
Jesus Christ, I mean,
Yes.
people setting
Oh
off
man. Not
fireworks in Kiev. Oh shit, man. Oh god.
like if you pull that shit, like you're going to be like you're going to be the cunt of the neighborhood,
Yeah, yeah,
like
Mm.
yeah.
forever.
Yeah, just not the right time for
Yeah,
fireworks.
exactly.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm personally not a fan of fireworks
Oh
whatsoever.
yeah, I
Like,
don't
I
like
think
them
it's
either.
completely stupid.
Like
Yeah.
people get
It's
hurt,
like, why would you do
dogs
that?
get scared.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Like, it's no point like doing this kind of shit. Like, if I understand if you say like, hey, it's my tradition as a pagan to go out and make noise to scare the ghosts,
Yeah.
then just take a pot and a rod of steel and like make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
No worries, right?
Mm.
But all of this
Or
like pollution and like fire hazards and people blowing off their hands, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Oh yeah,
I'll
my
tell you a
dog
story,
gets
right?
really scared of the fireworks.
Yeah, same. My cat is all over the place right now. But I'll tell you a story, right? In China, they had like the Asian Games this year, and they promised a super big fireworks show, right? All fireworks everywhere, right? People were coming from miles around to see this stuff. Turns out it was only digital, right? They edited the
Mhm.
fireworks onto the stadium in the for the people on the internet. And people just standing outside going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing's happening, right?
Nothing happens.
you know, why not just do that? I mean, everyone's going to be looking on TV anyway, right? But oh man, I mean, I just got with what pets are going to be going through in a few hours. It's just gonna
Oh
be
yeah, like my
holy
dog,
shit.
like the way she gets is that a firework this happened to Halloween, a firework went off and she ran to me looking for me to comfort her and like she was
Oh,
shaking, she was so scared.
yeah,
Then as
yeah,
soon as another firework goes off, she will run away.
yeah,
Yeah,
because she doesn't know where it's
because
coming
like
from, and
exactly, like she's looking at you, you
yeah.
might be hugging her, so she doesn't actually get like where it's coming from, so it might just be coming from you,
yeah,
and
yeah,
suddenly
Yeah.
she's starting to become scared of you, right? Because
Mhm.
like things are happening, and they like for these small cages, it's just like what the hell is going on,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So then,
Yeah, exactly. I
yeah,
mean,
so
I don't mind. The small fireworks is fine for a little bit. You know what I mean? For little kids,
yeah,
it goes bang, haha.
yeah.
But
So like
they
for
import
if people,
some. Yeah,
yeah, if people say they think they want it and they need it, I don't mind that, but it should be part of like my city here. Like this city here is crazy. Like they were super rich in the 1900s, 1910s, 20s, and they had this have these traditions of having like a firework every month for no good reason, and they keep it up, right? If you say, hey, I'm used to this and I need this because that's tradition and that's what I'm used to, fair enough. But then have it happen with the city, right? Like have some professional blow some great fireworks. They take care of all of the garbage. Nobody's getting hurt, right?
yeah,
That's a firework that I can sign off,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And say like
exactly.
that's okay, right?
Yeah.
It's still not great, but it's much better than having the random Andy from the neighborhood
Yeah.
blowing up some explosives from who
Oh
knows
man.
where.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is
And
that, you know, I mean, there was a guy that drove into the Netherlands from Germany today, and he was smoking a cigarette with 4,000 euros worth of fireworks in his car, and it just blew up his entire car today. You know, I'm thinking to myself, you know, these are the type of people we're dealing with, right? Holy
yes,
shit! Yeah,
yes, that's the
pow,
problem,
gone.
right?
You know, yeah. I mean, you know, this kind of stuff, and you know, the police is also really done with it here in the Netherlands because you know what happens is that you know it becomes like an anti establishment thing, right? Because people are telling people to stop doing it. So some people
Mhm.
start, you know, it starts becoming like a
They
culture
do it
war.
out of spite, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Right.
last year,
Yeah, and that's the
they
point.
were,
Like,
yeah, they ambushed two
Now I
police
will blow
cars.
myself up even harder.
Yeah,
Like this happens all the time. Like this is a big concern in Germany too, that people assault first responders
yeah,
with
exactly.
fireworks.
Yeah.
yeah,
So you know, I
it's
mean,
stupid. So,
ambushing
in my
two
opinion,
police
like,
goons. Yeah, exactly. That's. But go on.
especially in Germany, where it's already illegal to buy and like sell fireworks unless it's like this week, then just like don't tell anyone, just like make it illegal to sell them, right?
Yeah,
And people will be like, hey, we can't buy fireworks, so I guess we don't have one.
yeah,
And nobody's going to make a big deal out of it, right?
yeah. But there will
If you
always
start and go
be.
like,
Yeah,
you can still sell them, but you can't blow them off, people will be like, oh, what the fuck?
yeah,
Where are
yeah,
my rights, right?
yeah,
But if you just go for the shops and tell them like you can't sell them anymore,
yeah.
people will be like, oh, well, okay, well, fair enough, I guess. And
Yeah,
like
but
some of them will go to like
there will always
Holland
be. Yeah, exactly. There will always be
and
the
other
people that go to
countries and
Poland
buy them.
or
But
exactly.
it will be much less people, right? And
Yeah,
they feel stupid because they'll be the only one in the neighborhood blowing up stuff, right? And everybody will be like, hey, what are
yeah.
you
What are you
guys doing?
doing?
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
exactly.
illegal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you know, the
Right.
polizei will have to come by for that. You know, and when you live in a small village, the chances are that you know they'll get away with it, and
Oh
that's
yeah, I
basically the
live in a
thing,
Yeah,
small
of
isn't it?
village.
course.
Yeah, that's
They all get away with
Yeah.
it.
yeah. It's
But
mainly
you have to
the
get to
big
a point
cities.
where it's like to make it to normalize not doing it. Right now it's the other way around. Like it's normal to do it, and
Yeah,
the ones that don't do it are the odd ones. So you need to get to the point where it's like the opposite, and the ones that still do it, they'll be like looked at like are you
yeah,
stupid? What are you doing? Right? And then you can move into a better future. Obviously there will be some friction to get
yeah.
there. But
True.
I think that's where we should be heading for.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
Also,
you know,
I think,
COVID was one of those moments where you know
yeah,
almost no one bought fireworks because you know that was basically interacting with other people was not a good idea, and you know for two
yeah,
years
yeah,
basically the fireworks sales were down, and this year they
yeah,
were all the way up again because it was allowed, but you know you do see
yeah.
more and more people going, yeah, but this is not right, and you know I wonder when that kind of when that will switch over, you know, that kind of mood in it. We'll see, you know, yeah.
Mm.
But I got to
Maybe
both,
you want
yeah,
to
exactly. Paul says, you know, it's
invite
always
Paul
funny
as
when
well.
someone loses an eye. So, yeah.
Maybe you want to invite Paul as well.
Yeah. I think
Um,
last person because it's almost 10 o'clock, and then of course we'll slide into the after party. So
Mhm.
welcome, Paul.
I'll get another beer.
Yes.
Hey, happy New Year, my cousins on the other
Yes.
side of the pond.
Yes. Happy New Year,
You know,
Paul. I mean, for you, it's still a
I, I
number of hours away,
I've
so
been
you know.
watching. Okay. Small backstory. I couldn't sleep tonight, and I've been watching all those GTA 5 edits of Lamar because I thought they were hilarious 5 years back, and they're still hilarious. You know that speech with maybe if you get rid of your ES haircut.
Yeah, yeah.
I legit thought for a second you're gonna say now the N word.
No, we will not. You know. But Paul, nice to have you around, man. Tell me, I mean, you're in the U.S. right now, right? What are your big what
Now.
are your big things of 2023? Yeah, since we only have a
Well,
few minutes left.
Well, for me, in the U.S. point of view, obviously Trump getting indicted was a big thing for me. I stood up and finally cheered and said, "Finally!"
Yeah, I mean that's still.
Of course, now we have to have the trial. So.
Yeah, yeah, and he's trying every which way to get out from under it, isn't he? I mean that's just the thing. That's the.
He's trying to run out the clock with every delay tactic he can do.
Yeah.
So I think the hope is that once he gets to be president, then first of all he'll install a federal prosecutor who will quash all the charges.
Exactly.
And then as for the state charges, he'll say, "Well, I'm federal president now, so the state can't touch me."
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he's going to make that argument.
Yeah, and I mean, this kind of reminds me of another politician, Bibi Netanyahu, who basically
Bibi.
did the same thing, right? He was charged with tax fraud, I think it was, and he managed to keep it off for a number of years because, of course, he was president of prime minister of Israel. And you know, I mean, this is something that the trials will start, I think, somewhere around March, right? And
one of them.
Yeah, one of them, and then just before the Republican convention as well, it's going to be a shit show, man. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely horrific. Do you think you're?
Well,
I
had said
go crazy over this or what? Are people? What's your impression of it?
I think we're honestly, I feel, and I hope I'm wrong about this, but I do have some nervousness thinking that we're kind of standing on the edge of a knife here. Like, on the one hand, Trump wins and we all turn into Russia, basically.
Yeah.
Or Trump goes to jail.
Yeah.
And if he does, like we had January 6th, does his supporters come and storm the prison or the courthouse? Like, what happens there? Do we go and, God forbid, do we go into civil war?
Yeah.
I don't know how bad this can turn, but you see and polls, some people say, hey, you listen to polls. Some people say don't listen to polls. But if you look at polls, Trump is flying really high still, despite everything happening. So, and I don't know whether to believe it or not. And I'm wondering,
like, who are these guys asking? Like, are they asking the correct audience for these polls?
No. I mean, that's just it. Right?
My phone never rang for any of these polls. So I don't know who they're asking.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, do you think are you imagine they put him into jail and like some people rot together and like they, you have these like weapon rights in the US and they might just go in with like real army like
ammunition. I mean, that's basically what happened on January 6th as well. People showed up.
Militias.
But they didn't shoot anyone.
But they had him in the car, right? They had him in the cars and stuff like that.
I don't know how much. I don't know how much traction this got in EU news, but domestically there were some other very serious things that happened. Some Trump supporters tried to kidnap the Michigan governor.
Exactly.
For one.
Yeah.
So there's like some real serious crimes being planned.
You don't need a lot of people to achieve that, right? Like it needs like 20 or 30 people to like actually execute such a thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could
and with our culture here being a pro-gun country, everybody's got guns.
Exactly.
So
that's crazy.
So
really,
so guys, before we go on, I think it is now 10 o'clock. So I think this is the end of the Eurocast. Let's all move to the after party, to the voice chat, and we'll continue this discussion. I'd like to thank everyone.
I'm gonna bail.
Right, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this year. Jan, thanks so much for being a perfect co-host. And maybe we have more of this in the year. So I wish everyone a happy New Year and a Merry Christmas. So see you in 2024. Night, everyone.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah.
Let's go.